Right, well, more content. Let me change the camera. More content. Not that I need any more content. I need to sit my ass down and actually string everything together and put it on the good old internet. Anyway, the reason why I'm pointing it that way, because I'm sitting here and shouldn't be doing that, and the cable is over there. So basically what happened was, went to park, popped out 3 clicks and it gone ping, and I thought the cable snapped, even though it's a new cable, but here nor there. And when I had a look underneath, the actual clip came off the rear cable, so the connecting clip that goes to this back to the good old rear cable, yeah, it just came off dangling on the floor, so I pulled it out to get me home so it doesn't act as a flipping anchor. Yeah, so now I'm thinking that it was installed the wrong way when I did it, which I wouldn't be surprised, because, you know, no gear, no idea what I'm doing here. So I think what I'm going to do is take this off, feed that back through, and then install the clip how it's meant to be installed. I think I have consulted with a bearded wizard who explained what the good old Hayes manual says, so hopefully that'll fix it. If not, I'll just get a new clip and then do it again, because it's fun. So right, I'm just showing you the same thing. It's a bit boring. I'm gonna pause that, get that undone, because there's no point in me taking a video of unscrewing a couple of screws, and then yeah, that'll be the video, I guess. Happy days. So got this out. Before I continue, I'd like to mention, listen to your friends, use the book to understand what on earth you're actually meant to be doing. Don't be like me and just wing it. It all says in here, yes, I must admit it's not as clear as it could have been, but you know, there's still some sort of like photos, pictures, drawings and whatever. Just use the book. Honestly, use the book. Anyway, what the book doesn't tell you is how this thing comes apart, so I will, because I couldn't really see anything on a good old YouTube. And for all you weekend DIY warriors, all this stuff is old, manky and trash, so just take it easy when coming off. So this thing sat here to hold it in place, like a circlip. I guess it's like a, it's not C-clip, it's some sort of circlip that goes right on. So what I did to preserve it, because you know I'm cheap, instead of buying a new one I'm just going to reuse the old one, because why not, use the, well, I start prying off with this. I cleaned it up, start prying off with a small flat blade, and I moved on to the bigger boy, like slightly thicker flat blade, and just pried it up without breaking that, and then it just pops off, and then this whole thing comes undone. So I'm going to quickly stop that, pull that out, and then I'll explain how my cable sat opposed to how it should have sat, I think, per book. So, clip, wee, bit of drum and bass going on there. Right, that's the clip. Well, I don't even know what they're called. It's this thing that holds the hand lever cable to the actual back of the cable that holds the 2 drums together. But anyway, whatever it's called, it's this thing. The way I had it was, if you imagine being underneath the car, this was upside down like this, and then the cable was running from the quadrants up like this, around here. It didn't go around here, because obviously, you know, don't read the book, mate, just do it how you feel like it looks about right. So I've run it, and I think that's why it popped off. It run through here, along here, back around, and then back to the other side. And then what you can see, I'm gonna do a bit of DIY Bodged in a minute, but under tension, maybe a couple pulls, and did hold for a good, what, 4 months or so? Not that I use handbrake much, but basically it gave up under the tension, because there was a lot of tension under there, and it's basically bent this tab all the way out. So I'm just going to bend it back up. You can see it should be like, and to be fair, this one has started going because it's meant to be flat here, but this one is giving up, and that's why it just dropped when I went to apply my handbrake. So plan is bend this back up because it really is there just to guide it in, and then the book says, and the way I understood the book, and my mate Bearded Wizard of Mini suggested that it should really be running through here, run around here and back out, and then in theory, because that other clip goes like this, even if something fails, the clip will not fall out because it'll be held by the shaft going to the car lever. So that's the idea, at least that's what I'm going to give it a try doing, and then I'll update if that works. That does mean getting the car up in there, getting underneath there, hating life because it's tight, but hopefully I can send it right up in there. But anyway, so here we are. We're going to do that and report back afterwards. Right, quick update. Car up in the air. I didn't take the time lapse because, well, I mean, it's the same old shit. Car up in the air, well, super exciting. Who hasn't seen that? What I did do though, because I'm cheap, instead of buying a new one for tenner, yeah, I thought I'd fix this one because, you know, saves it going to landfill or wherever. And I think it's got plenty of life left. But it got broken because I was an idiot, not because it failed. So bend it back. It looks kind of similar to the other side. So cleaned it up a little bit. I'm going to put some fresh grease on it around there so it's got nice and protected, based on the book. Now, if that is the bottom of the car, that means this thing should be up like that towards the front. So this being towards the back, this is towards the front, looking like that, and then that little rod going over the cable that goes to the brake drums, I think. So I'm going to put it this way because if I go wrong, well, the book said it to do it this way. Now, the other thing I want to mention is safety. Cars up in the air, don't be like 18-year-old me who used to live on hopes and dreams and loads of bravery. Right, the older you get, the less you want that thing, even though it's light, land on top of you. So I've got this monstrosity of a jack that is supporting the subframe. Again, people should know by now where to jack the car up. However, do put the bloody axle stands underneath, so if that jack fails, the car's going to land on this and not on top of me. More so when you're sitting in the garage on your own, probably, I don't know, what is it, about 10, 11 o'clock at night? No one going to hear me if I'm getting crushed underneath this motherfucker. So here we are, yeah, safety first, stick it on, at least you done something to help yourself. And yeah, jack, I'm just going to leave it under there because it's not in the way, I think. But yeah, gonna go in, grease this up, stick it underneath, and hopefully that'll be the job done. For once, it's something not difficult, he says. So the other thing is, grease done. Yeah, just use liberally. Liberally? Yeah, anyway, put loads in there. I don't know if it's right or not. Put enough on there. It doesn't, I don't think it needs that much, but it's on there now. I used this. I think it deserves a mention. I bought it years ago and it's fantastic stuff. Yeah, so it's called Kenton Rub. Multi-purpose grease, Kenton Rub. Well, they know whose rub that is. But yeah, good stuff this. Weren't that much money as well, and lasts you absolute years. Here we are. Right, there you go. I'm just going to get underneath the car and put that back on. Oh, ow, fuck. Right, underneath the car now. No idea whether what I'm showing is going to make sense, but like I said, when I was looking on the good old internet and YouTube, I didn't find the Idiot's Guide to the Galaxy, or the Idiot's Guide to the good old how to fit the rear handbrake cable clip thing. Oh, you can even see that. Where is it? I can see it, but it's not here. What the hell? There, hopefully you get some. Well, hang on, let me see if I can put flash on. No flash, but anyway, it's there. Right, so upon further investigation, because this is a budget YouTube channel, we don't have a fancy camera and this phone does not allow flash engagement while taking a video. Why? I have no idea, but anyway, I took a photo which will show the clip in its final destination location. So now I just need to run back and pop that lock ring circlip thing back on, and then feed that back through the car, and then fuff about with adjustment of the handbrake. Yeah, happy days. To be fair, not a terrible job, just a bit cold on the back, but you know, while I was here, gave me an opportunity to have a look underneath, give the rear wheels a wobble, make sure bearings are good, and they are good. Well, to be fair, fairly clean than that. I don't know if you can see it. What pretty suspension. Some alley bits. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Right, so to conclude the video, I'm done. I've attached the cable down. Hang on, let's focus. Attach the cable. To be fair, the whole thing takes about 10 minutes at a push. And the thing that is absolute annoyance, for lack of a better word, is that epoxy circlip in there that goes back over to stop the overall contraption moving back and forth. So I kind of bashed it in a little bit. It's fairly in there, to be fair. Even if it's not, where is it gonna go? Just slides along there, and then I'll fix it again. But yeah, so that's done. I also found why my car's stinking, but here no there. That's probably, you can't see it, but it's blowing there, I reckon, right underneath the car where I sit, and I'm smelling it every time. And then wonder, oh no, why does it stink? Right, so that's that. I've attached the handbrake cable. Yeah. Attached it there. So next thing is just to finish up basically where we started. So I'm gonna jump in, adjust that, and that's it. It'll be done. I'm not going to take a video of that, because how to adjust handbrake, well, there's two nuts. You keep winding it on until that gives about 3 clicks and wheels locked, or whatever the book says. Read the book, like I said. That's the whole theme of this video. Read the Haynes manual, it'll tell you everything. But yeah, I'm not going to do a time lapse of this either, because it's just literally spanner, spanner, spanner. Check, does it feel tight enough? Great. At the moment it needs to go in a lot more, so yeah, that's it. We'll call it a day here.